Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Miami Marlins. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. And on the hill here today, Jesus Luzardo.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Ready to go? Stepping in for San Diego, Xander Bogaerts.
The second baseman, Xander Bogaerts.
The wind and the pitch. Ball
That's
one there.
Counts 1-0.
So 2 balls and no strikes. Bogaerts swings through that one.
Here's a player known for playing better in day games, which is not always the case. I mean, day games are different, Boog. Things change from game times to your daily routine, but he sure makes the transition look easy.
No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. So with one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Tatis, a former Gold Glove winner, 25 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Tatis waits.
Hey.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Breaking ball inside. 2-2.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
One down, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter.
And a pitch. That one misses. 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 outs, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And the pitch. Goes down looking. Padres go down quietly. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Back after this on the show. Back here in Miami. And today's starter, Yu Darvish.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Arias. Ripped to first, caught.
Batting second.
And time now for the Marlins lineup. They're dealing with a sinker specialist on the mound, which can be a big-time challenge when he's right and working mostly from the knees down.
Well, I think the approach you take is really try to lay off of those pitches down in the zone until he gets some called strikes and then forces you to go after that pitch. Until then, make him elevated, because guys that throw those sinkers, those two-seamers, really hard for them to be effective up in the zone. Those are pitches you can hammer, and when you get a cookie, you don't want to miss it.
1 out, bases empty. Out to short. Kim. Jump throw across his body.
Out.
Yeah, they take care of Anderson for the out.
Batting third, the first baseman, Josh.
Here's Josh Bell. First pitch
outside.
misses. In there at the knees. That smash towards center. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Miami down in order. Scoreless after 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Machado.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
As the lefty gets to work. Way high with that one. And it's 1-0. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Dave Lawrence assigned to work home plate in this one.
Good umpire, Boog. Very fair, very consistent. Now, I did hear some feedback that he opens up the outside corner a little bit on left-handed hitters, which, you know, for me, I'd be kind of salty. So maybe something to keep an eye on and see if that factors into this one at all.
And the 1-2 misses to even the count.
It's a good take.
2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Ha-Sung Kim, the next up for the Padres. Swing and a miss.
Well, Kim is one of those players that it's just hard to take your eyes off of him, and not many players in the 2023 World Baseball Classic had more fun than he did. He hit a grand slam in a win against China, and earlier in the tournament had a 2-homer game. Delivered some special moments for Korea.
The wide to kick the pitch. And now 1-2.
Wow, good luck catching up to that
2
one.
strikes.
Second inning here, no score. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's out number 2.
Well, he's really dialed in, and this offense is going to have to do something to try to break that rhythm. Maybe it's square around the bunt, step out of the box, agitate him a little bit, do something that just changes what's happening right now, because at this pace it's going to be a long game, so you got to figure it out quickly.
And the 1-0. That's through there for a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
Out towards right center field. Nice grab on the run. And that is that. Nothing doing here this half. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. We're tied 0-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park, we head to the bottom of the second. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Jake Burger. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score.
Counts 1-0.
And that skips in the dirt. Darvish, multi-time All-Star. He features a sinker, a slurve, a slider, a four-seamer, and he occasionally uses a curve. The wind of the pitch. And another ball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Two down. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Righty to the plate. That one hammered center field. Merrill going back. And that one is out of here. A 2-run shot. And the Marlins jump out in front. It's 2-0.
He just sent a jolt of electricity into this stadium with that swing. Took on the big part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. He gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off, and I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
And at the plate for Miami, Brian De La Cruz. And that's off the inside edge. 1-0.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
The 1-0. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Merrill moving under it. Brings it in. And there's one away.
Batting 7, the right fielder, Jesus.
Now, Jesus Sanchez. In there for strike 1. One down, base is empty. Fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-2. Kicks and deals. Just misses with that one.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 runs across in the inning. Bottom half of inning number 2. Up the middle. Yet he beats the throw. He's safe.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. One gone, runner at first. And up next for Miami, Avisail Garcia. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Man at first, one away. Next offering is down low. And that's in there at the knees. swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. Lead runner around second. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Everything came together for him. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
And now for the Marlins, Nick Fortes. Golden opportunity right here. On the ground to first. Bogarts handles the chance. A flip to the pitcher covering. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out. Luis Arraez stands in. 0 for 1 so far.
Luis Arraez.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. In comes the run from third to add on, and it's 4-0. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Picks himself up an RBI. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
Here's Tim Anderson. Grounded out his first time. Popped in the air. Left field. Profar settles under it. Makes the grab. So it's 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played 2 full. It's the Marlins 4 and the Padres nothing. All set for the start of the inning. Now batting Jurickson Profar.
Number 10, Jurickson Profar.
The pitch. And there's a ball. On the ground. He gets there with the slide. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
Next is the designated hitter, Matthew Batten. There's a strike. The Padres down by 4. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Next offering is downstairs. And he deals. Misses off the plate. And it's 2-1. Slice down the right side. That one missed.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That's the 2nd out.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
Stepping in, Jackson Merrill.
Ball 1, no strikes.
The 1-0. And that one fouled off. And now the lefty outside. Look out.
That got him.
That fastball drilled him.
Lefty on lefty matchup, and sometimes You know, you could be on roller skates a little bit where you're quickly wanting to get out of the way, but the other times are you're saying probably safer if I just try to get a fat part of my body on the baseball and won't hurt as much.
That one pushed foul. Two outs. Ball one to Bogarts.
1-1.
Now snap throw to first.
Safe.
Back standing. He's in there safely.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you can get some length on the secondary lead and perhaps score on a ball in the gap.
And puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. Padres leave one. They're down 4-0. Bottom of the inning. Josh Bell at the plate now.
The first baseman.
It's been a rough start on the mound for this guy. This third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one. You know, these Marlins doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. It's tough to remember the times they've actually swung and missed at a pitch because it really hasn't happened. They've made contact on nearly 100% of their swings.
And that's down and away. And it's even up. That one hit to right. Gets under it. And there's one down.
Now batting, the third baseman, Jake.
And the batter now, Jake Burger. Singled and scored his first time.
Lots of players perform better at home, and this batter is no exception. Might be the crowd or the familiar surroundings, but he's typically better in this environment.
That misses.
That's a
Ball one. And the right-hander deals just off the outside edge.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
And now 2 balls and a strike. And another ball. And the right-hander's 3-1. Foul ball. And the righty deals. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And he chases that one. 2 down.
The center fielder.
Now here is Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's already homered in this game. Up and in, and that is ball one. The wind of the pitch.
Ball, that's just out.
Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs.
2-2 to count.
Inside, and it hit him.
That ball got him right
He
there.
had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Now the left fielder, Brian De La Cruz. He's 0 for 1.
De La Cruz.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike
0-1's the
1.
count.
Chisholm leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a foul, pushed off to the right, and that will get out of play. The pitch. Slow roller to third. Off balance throw in time. That's the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Marlins 4 and the Padres nothing. And we're back. John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Fernando Tatis Jr. Luzardo back to work. Hard on the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Struck out looking at his first at bat. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And the first offering is not close.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
2 balls, no strikes.
1 down, base is empty. Swing and a ball lifted left field. De La Cruz makes the catch, and there's 2 away.
The third baseman, number 13.
Manny Machado up to the plate. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. And that one clips the corner.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That's a hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Now it's going to be Ha-Sung Kim. And first offering is fouled off. Right through there for a strike. Slides for the stop. Gathers and throws. And that's a nice play to end the inning. 1 left for San Diego. They trail it here 4-0. Back here in Miami, now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Sanchez goes 6 feet 3 inches, 26 years old, usually in left, but today he's starting in right field. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, the big play, in my opinion, from right field is that throw from right field to third base. Longest one in the game, and you got to have a pretty strong arm. Hopefully he can play that one hop nicely if he has an opportunity to throw out a runner.
Oh, that got away from him.
Ball got him right
And
there.
he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning. Man at first, Avisail Garcia up to the plate. 1-for-1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Ball, that's high.
The
Ball.
next offering
Bam.
misses. And that's ball 2. Right through there for a strike.
2 balls, 1
Sanchez
strike.
gets his lead at first with nobody out. That
Ball,
one
that's off the
inside,
plate.
and that's ball 3.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters have showed patience, not going outside the strike zone.
And
Take your
ball
base,
4,
ball 4.
2 aboard.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough
Now
at-bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. And a foul ball. The Marlins trying to break this one open. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch is downstairs.
1 ball, 2
Bullpen action
strikes,
for the
Miguel.
Padres. Pedro Avila preparing to come on if needed. Now a fly ball to right center. Tatis drifts towards it, puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
The batter, number 3, second baseman, Luis Arias.
Back to the top of the Miami order. Here's the second baseman, Luis Arias. That's a strike.
Not sure exactly what he was thinking there. Good sinker ball pitcher goes with the fastball in a double play situation when he needs something on the ground.
1 out. Runners at first and second. Next offering is in for a strike. Oh, that got him
Yep,
as well.
I got him.
The
Take your bait.
third batter he's hit with a pitch.
Well, the bright side is that will
Now
help the
batting,
on-base percentage a little bit, and that's a category no batter can ignore these days. OBP, OPS, well, maybe that'll ease the pain just a little bit.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. That does it for you, Darvish, and as he heads off, we'll step aside. Back with a new pitcher after this break. So the Padres with a new arm on the mound, Pedro Avila.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Tim Anderson, the next up for the Marlins. Breaking ball
That's
inside. And that's ball 1. There's a strike at the knees. 1 out, bases full. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to Kim.
He's out.
1. And that's
He's
quick
out.
work out of the pen. 1 batter, 2 outs, inning over.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
here at Lone Depot Park. We go to the top of the fifth, and here's the catcher, Luis Campusano. And here it comes. Just missed.
You know, these Padres just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success. But at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
Pulls it in for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
The left fielder, number 10, Jurickson.
Here's the switch hitting left fielder, Jurickson Profar. Grounded out to short in his first trip. Profar gets a piece there.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at-bat.
That's down and in. A slider missed.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the fifth. And now the count is even. And there's a ball. Now a high fly ball out to left center. As this one sized up, makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, designated hitter, Matthew.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the DH, Matthew Batten. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Fastball for a strike. Kicks and fires.
Ball.
And it stays fair.
Up next for the Padres, the center fielder.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Runner at first with 2 away. And now Jackson Merrill. And a foul ball. Luzardo with a throw over. Back in on a dive. Two outs. And there's a foul ball.
Well, you can't really adjust your game plan for that last pitch. Guy hasn't thrown it very much. You got to focus on the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Left-hand hitter waits. Got him swinging. Padres leave one. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the fifth. And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. The pitch. Clips the corner, and it's 0-1.
You know, these Marlins really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Bounce to the right, and that's just foul. And a pitch. Started after it. Appeal to third. And Matthew Ross right on it, says he held up. The 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a pitch. And another ball. In the air, right field, pretty well struck. Tatis going back. See you later. That one felt good, and they tack one on the board. It's 5-zip.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Jake Berger. In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And now it's even up. And that's in the dirt.
1 strike.
And a 2-1 on the way. That's
Ball
a little bit low.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And now it's filled up.
Now just great execution right there. Ran that two-seamer out over the outside edge, showing that he's not afraid to walk this guy.
Three and two. Payoff pitch. The punch out there. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. the next up for the Marlins. And ball 1. One out, base is empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. On the inside corner for a strike.
1-1.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. And down on strikes. And there's 2 away.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
And it's fouled away. Here comes a pitch. And a swing and a miss there.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Marlins add another with the solo shot. And the lead is now 5-0. Top of the 6th inning. Up now the Padre leadoff man, Xander Bogaerts. Luzardo back to work. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That one in there across the letters.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And a foul ball. Two. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Picks up strikeout number 7. And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. They'll say this is a guy that grew up in big league clubhouses, and it's something that you see throughout the game. Sons whose fathers also played the majors. The pitch. This ball's chopped on the ground. Bell steps on first for the out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Jake Cronenworth.
Next is the speedy first baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Hard hit, right side. Arise onto first. That takes care of Cronenworth. Padres go down 1-2-3. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. Marlins 5 and the Padres nothing. And we're back. And now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. The wind and the pitch. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Next pitch is outside. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
So far, all we've seen in this at bat are fastballs. Look for him to slow it down right here ahead in the count.
Left-hand batter waits. And that's downstairs and outside.
2-2 the count.
That one just missing inside. 3-2 now. Righty delivers. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. And they add a run. It's 6-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Now here's the Marlins DH, Avisail Garcia. Top of the zone for a called strike. The Fish up big in this one here in the bottom of the 6th. Laced down the line, could be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. In safely, it's a double and his 2nd hit.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
So man aboard, Nick Fortes will hit next. Right through there for a strike. Garcia stands at second with no outs. In the air on the infield, Cronenworth settles under it. He's got it. 1 away.
The batter, number 3, second baseman, Luis.
So the lineup flips over. Luis Arias, the next to hit, 1 for 2. Just missed.
Ball one, no strikes.
Hammered, base hit. Around third. He will score, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Adrian Morejon will take over here. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Tim Anderson, the next up for the Marlins. There's a strike. And the pitch. The shortstop takes the ball.
Clearly didn't come out of his hand the right way. Left that curveball way up.
Kicks and deals. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And a pitch. Here's a rocket out to left. Profar pulls it down.
Up next for the Marlins, the first baseman, Josh Bell.
Josh Bell, the next up for the Marlins. He's already homered here in this one. On the outside corner, and that's strike one. Action in the pen down there. Tom Cosgrove, the young lefty, looks to be getting himself ready. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Tatis going back, and it's caught just in front of the wall. They put 2 on the board on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and 1 left on base. We're through 6 full. It's the Marlins 7 and the Padres nothing. New inning getting started. Here's the cleanup hitter for the Padres, Manny Machado.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
And it finds its way through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. There was nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
And now, Ha-Sung Kim.
Boog, the runner at first needs to be careful right here. He's dealing with a pickoff artist on the mound.
At the belt and fires.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a laser base hit. Machado around second. The throw to third. In there safely.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
And here is Luis Campusano. On the ground to third. That's a base hit. Run scores.
Comes through with the RBI. Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jurickson Profar. A switch hitter batting right. Now this is in the air down the line. and that is a foul ball.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Ground ball left side, could be two. To second for one, and it's a double play.
That was a much-needed double play right there. It gives them a really good shot at minimizing any further damage in this inning.
The designated hitter,
Matthew Batten digs in now. That's out to center field. On the move. Squeezes it. And that is that. So it's 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Marlins 7 and the Padres 1. Back here in Miami, bottom of the 7th. Here's the third baseman, Jake Berger.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Right down the chute. That's strike 1. Morahan goes 5 feet 11 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a curve, and he works in a changeup. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
He was looking for some firewood right there. I tell you what, if you're not out in front, you swing at that pitch, you'll be looking for a new bat.
Way inside. Wouldn't chase that time. Payoff pitch. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Man at first, and now the center fielder, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Check swing, and that's a ball. And he deals. That one a little bit high, and it's 2-0. Swung on, broken back, grounder to third. Goes to second, safe there. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. That pitch got way in on him, and he couldn't do much with it, but good hustle to get up the line and turn that into an infield single.
Next to hit, Brian De La Cruz. And that one fouled off. The pitch. Yeah, that's outside. And the count even 1-1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
And now the lefty on the ground, 2 ball. On to Bogarts. Back to first, and that is a double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Now it's the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
One ball.
In the dirt. Nice job behind the plate. Kicks and fires. That's towards center. Merrill makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. So one hit is all they get. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Marlins 7 and the Padres 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers. He swings and fouls one off. The 0-1. Signs of activity in the pen for the Marlins. Anthony Bender, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Weathers warming up as well. The 0-2.
Ball.
Stays alive. The wide to kick the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. Here's Xander Bogaerts. Hit in the air, left field. De La Cruz moving under this one. Makes the catch for the out. 2 away now.
Now batting, right fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. First pitch, and he just misses.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
That one at 95 missed up top, and the count is 2-0. And there's a strike. Fouls one off. 2-2. Two down, nobody on. And that's in the dirt. And the count's full. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing there for the Friars. They're down 7-1. Back here at Lone Depot Park, ready for the bottom of the 8th. And the batter now, Avisail Garcia. The pitch. Out to center. Merrill drifts towards it. And there's one away.
The catcher, number 4,
Nick Fortes now at the plate. That's down and in.
If you're the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
And that one missing low. And here it comes. A little bit high. 3-0. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. Fastball for a strike. Base is empty, one away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. Not going to get him. He's in there.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Arias. That catches the top part of the zone. 0-1. One out and a runner at second. In the air out to center on his way over. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Tim Anderson.
So a man aboard. And now the shortstop, Tim Anderson. First offering, and it just misses. Movement in the bullpen, Tom Cosgrove. The left-handed reliever appears to be getting loose. Estrada, a right-hander, loosening up as well. Pulls that one foul. The pitch. In the air, center field. He dives, but he can't make the catch. The throw into second. The tag out.
You're out.
That ends the inning, but they do score a run here. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left on. 9th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 8 and the Padres 1. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Anthony Bender.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Leading off, Jake Cronenworth. That misses the zone. Ball 1. And the right-hander deals. And another ball.
2-0.
Next offering upstairs. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
Here's a 3-0. That one at triple digits. And there's ball 4.
Take your base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Man at first, and now it's Manny Machado. And Manny gets a piece. The pitch. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. Activity in the bullpen. Number 62, the young right-hander, up and throwing. The Marlins up big in this one here at the top of the 9th. Good eye in that spot.
2.
Next offering is in for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Hit on the ground might be 2. Off balance feed. There's 1. Now to first, and it's a double play.
The batter, number 7,
Nice soft hands on the backhand right there in the 6 hole. Starts the double play. That's not an easy throw, but he puts it on the money. Really good job to get that double play started.
So they're down to their final out. Next for the Padres, Ha-Sung Kim. And a good eye there. Two outs. Upstairs.
2 balls, no strikes.
There's a strike. 2-1 now.
2-1.
Two down, nobody on. And
Ball
another
3.
ball.
3 balls, 1 strike.
This could end it. Got it. And that'll do it.
Clearly the bats came to play today, and the pitching and defense as well. We saw some outstanding plays. Great performances all the way around. Just 1 run allowed. They never gave the other side a chance.
And this one finishes with a final of 8-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Now is our final line score for this afternoon. First, for the victorious Miami Marlins, 8 runs on 12 hits. No errors, they left 8 runners on base. For the Padres, 1 run, 5 hits. No errors, they left 4 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 13 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.